How to fix Assassin's Creed Mirage extreme brightness glare. Welcome back, tech lovers, to another Teknobalta fix. Today we're tackling a glaring issue, literally, in Assassin's Creed Mirage. Are you facing these blindingly bright scenes in your game? Does your screen look completely washed out, making it impossible to see anything critical? You're not alone. Many players have reported this annoying visual bug. You try to launch the game, ready for some stealth action or a thrilling chase through Baghdad. But suddenly, especially in indoor areas or during crucial cutscenes, your screen turns into a giant, overexposed light source. This isn't just a minor visual glitch, it completely breaks immersion and hides key story elements. Users have reported entire sections of the game becoming unplayable due to this extreme brightness, ruining the experience. Imagine trying to follow a narrative only to have the characters shrouded in an impenetrable white glow. Many users, just like you, immediately dive into the in-game settings. You might first try adjusting the brightness and contrast sliders, hoping for a quick fix. But often, pushing them to their lowest values does absolutely nothing to combat this intense glare. Then you might experiment with advanced graphics options. Perhaps disabling DLSS, thinking it could be an upscaling artifact, might cross your mind. But alas, for many, toggling DLSS on or off provided no relief from the blinding light. Some even went as far as to dig into game configuration files. They tried to locate and modify the bloom setting, setting it to 0 in the hope of cutting down on excessive light effects. However, this specific attempt also proved to be ineffective for the majority of affected players. You may also have switched between full screen and borderless windowed modes, thinking it might be a display mode conflict causing the rendering issue. Yet, the glaring problem persisted, unaffected by these basic display changes. The community also discussed other potential culprits. Some pointed towards HDR being the cause, as seen in various discussions. You might go to your Windows display settings or your game's visual options to disable HDR entirely. Even if your system doesn't fully support HDR for games, checking this setting is a valid troubleshooting step. But for many, turning off HDR, if even available, did not resolve the issue. It seems the problem ran deeper than a simple HDR toggle. Other users suggested resetting NVIDIA driver settings, which is a common fix for many visual glitches. You could open your NVIDIA control panel, navigate to Manage 3D Settings, then Program Settings, and select Assassin's Creed Mirage. From there, you'd choose the Restore option to revert all specific settings for the game to their default values. Alternatively, if you're using the NVIDIA app, you might find similar driver settings for Mirage. There you could also select a Restore option, hoping to clear any conflicting GPU configurations. Even deleting the entire Assassin's Creed Mirage folder from your Documents directory was suggested. This action effectively clears all local save files, settings, and configuration data. It forces the game to regenerate fresh, default files upon next launch. These steps are excellent general troubleshooting practices, but for this specific problem, they were often not enough. So, what was the real fix for this persistent and frustrating issue? It turns out the problem wasn't with your settings, your drivers, or your display modes at all. The true culprit was often corrupted game files. Yes, you heard that right. Files that were incomplete or damaged during the initial download or installation process. This can happen for various reasons, from network interruptions to issues with the source of your game copy. When the game tries to access these broken files, especially for certain textures, lighting, or scene data, it fails spectacularly. The rendering engine might then default to an incorrect lighting state, resulting in that blinding overexposure. So, the ultimate solution, found by many in the community, was to completely remove the problematic game installation. You need to uninstall Assassin's Creed Mirage from your system. Make sure to go into your apps and features in Windows. Find Assassin's Creed Mirage, click on it, and select Uninstall. Follow all the prompts to ensure a clean removal of the game and its associated files. After uninstalling, it's a good practice to manually check your installation directory. Ensure that no residual files or folders remain from the previous installation. Sometimes, uninstallers leave behind small files that can still cause issues later. Manually delete any remaining Assassin's Creed Mirage folders. Next, and this is crucial, you need to re-download the game. But not from the same source that gave you the corrupted files. You must acquire your game files from a trusted and reliable source. This means using an official platform like Ubisoft Connect, Epic Game Store, or Steam if available. Ensure your internet connection is stable throughout the entire download process. A stable connection minimizes the chances of file corruption during transmission. Once the download is complete, proceed with a fresh installation of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Allow the installation wizard to complete its process without interruption. This ensures every file is correctly placed and verified. After the installation is done, it's always a good idea to restart your PC. This clears any temporary data and ensures that the system registers the new installation properly. Now launch the game again. Dive back into the world of Assassin's Creed Mirage. You should find that those previously blinding scenes are now perfectly rendered. The extreme brightness should be gone, allowing you to fully enjoy the game as intended. Problem solved. This kind of issue highlights the importance of file integrity, especially with large, complex games. Always ensure your game sources are legitimate and your downloads are complete. If you found this fix helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech solutions. Until next time, keep gaming and stay sharp.